Our role in the environment is to help the child and then give him time and space to work at his development. We are very particular to use the word freedom that the child has to choose his activity, to repeat it for as long as he wants, because we feel that's his work towards his development. This philosophy, Montessori's philosophy, we have faith in the child that he will work towards his development. We have faith that the child has the best virtues that we will want in any human being. He already has it, and we have to allow it to grow and flourish. We are here only to nurture that. In a way, if I want him to be something, I have to be the role model all the time that I am there, not only for half an hour a day. So we believe we are the role models. In a simple way, if I want the child to talk softly, I have to talk softly. There is no separate rule, different rule for adults or teachers. The rules apply to everybody in that environment. That's why I called it a cohesive society. It's a mini society that functions as we would like society to function outside the Montessori environment.
In this method of learning, we believe in creating conditions. The conditions are very critical here. Once the conditions are being set, we believe that learning happens very naturally and spontaneously. See, these conditions to create, we need certain level of understanding, right? We need to understand how to create the conditions, right, so that it is conducive for this particular child, and how also to offer the right tool or the aid at that moment so that it assists the child at that particular moment. So the training happens at the technical level. That is how to use the material, what are the techniques that are involved in using each of these material. And next is at the intellectual level, trying to understand the science of the material, the history of the material, what are the higher possibilities with this material. All those things happen under the intellectual training, and also why we need to offer it and how we need to offer it. What are the other ways in which we can offer it? Why we are not offering it in other way, but we are offering it a particular way. This is going to be our intellectual level of training.
It is also the change that each person realizes that they have to look at the child with fresh eyes, without prejudices, with an open heart, with an open mind, and receive that child in an understanding way and then help him. We call that the spiritual training, but it is the transformation of the adult herself in her approach to children.
And basically to say that we have to go in the or help the child in the flow of his development and not create barriers in his development. And ignorance of this is what we often do. We create our laws which is so much against the laws of nature, and that's where there's a constant struggle between the adult and the child. But by undergoing this training program, or when we read the work of Dr. Montessori, we realize how beautifully we as educators can continue to help the child in his development and go along with his development. And then the best of the results will happen.
Not only that, this is like job oriented, but it also helps them to build their own personality. And we are very proud that the course has been going on with such a lot of strength that students are benefiting and helping the children to take it forward. I would say we are different because it does help out to bring out the potentialities within oneself, and also there is so much of learning from the concrete way that a child develops.
My name is Vidya and I'm doing the full-time Montessori course with CMTC. It's been about 6 months into the course, and when I actually came into the course, I didn't have too much knowledge about what Montessori was. I came in with only an ambition to teach, and I was kind of looking for a way forward, and that's how I came to CMTC. But it's been an absolutely life-changing experience for the last 6 months. That kind of things that this course has given us insight to is just phenomenal. A lot of times we come back and discuss and wish that we were actually given such experiences back then. And so it's going to be an amazing journey from now on, where we think that it's a nice opportunity that we can give that experience to children.
Montessori, according to me, is a way of life. It prepares a child to become independent in leading his own life in a proper way. Tying lace, tying shoes. These are all lace frames, and when they are tying their lace or buckling their shoes, these will help them. I'm Vidya Jayaraman. I'm a mother of 2 children, one 4 and another 6. And, I had time to join a school as a teacher, but I didn't know how to teach a child, because I struggled with my elder son to teach him alphabets. So I thought Montessori training will help me equip myself to teach better, and also join a school as a teacher. Then I came here. I didn't have any idea of Montessori, except that it's something to do with activity-based learning. But after coming here, I realized it's a way of life for the child as well as for elders too.
I was always liked to be a teacher because for me a teacher was somebody who was quite powerful, and a teacher who always had a scale, and she showed authority, and I loved to be somebody of that kind. And that's what I was grown up with, teachers with the scale and with the profound voice, and who was always in control. I did want to do my B.Ed, but for some reason I landed up doing the Montessori training course, only to discover that the person powerful there was the child and not me.
My children were studied in Montessori environment. So from there, I got that stimulation to do this course. Of course, I could not do it for quite a long time. And later on, when I took up this one, now I am into it, that all my dedication and commitment is for the course. I do not think anything else other than this course. And of course, it is my life now.
So tomorrow, when she is going to start his own Montessori school or house of children, as we call, he must be able to create those conditions all by himself, all by herself. So we need to prepare the person to that intensity where he becomes independent.
It's to see there is something beautiful that can be created, and how far can we take it. to government schools or to Balwadis or to the Chennai schools, the Corporation of Chennai, all over Tamil Nadu, whether it's rural schools, all over India. If we really understand the child and we can create that environment where the learning will happen so joyously more than anything. And the consequence of that is that it doesn't stop just with that learning. The driving passion is also that when they learn in this atmosphere which is so conducive to learning, we are also looking at peace in society itself. That people work together harmoniously, understand and accept each other with their differences, and there is harmony. That's the philosophical passion.